Hey everyone, I hope you are super well. It is Wednesday at 12:30 here in the United Kingdom, and I just wanted to quickly come on live and kind of give you guys some updates. I'm going to try to do this as often as possible. This is Jonathan, my financial director.
Hi everybody.
And been operating and managing and running practices together with us for many, many years, been involved in chiropractic for many years. Hey Alex, this is very applicable for you, very applicable for you Holly, very applicable for you. Chen, you may be similar things happen in your government, but in Malaysia it may not be similar right now. Janine, may not be relevant for you that much, but you're still, today specifically, I just wanted Jonathan to run through. Kira, good to see you, applicable for you. I just wanted to run through specifically what yesterday's announcement at number 10 Downing Street meant for small businesses and practice owners. So it was a good announcement. There was really some real positive things there. I think I always thought that this phase we're going through is going to make access to funding probably easier than it's ever been. But I just thought I would just run through the points now with you guys. Gareth, this is applicable for you. Jason, this is applicable for you. So if you run a practice here in the United Kingdom, you want to listen up now. So Jonathan's just going to run through what it means for us all as practice owners and how it's going to help our practices or not help our practices going forward. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points to talk about mainly from yesterday. So listen up, take notes. You can watch the replay as well. But the first one was a little bit about sick pay.
Yeah, so the first one was just clarifying the government's announcement that any employee that you have who is off sick, whether they're self-isolating because another member of their family is sick or not, and you pay them SSP, you can claim 2 weeks of that back. The government haven't announced a mechanism yet, but it'll be directly to the companies, and they're going to be publishing that in the future. But any employee, you can have 2 weeks sick pay, the SSP, and you will be able to claim that back fully. The next one, which was massive, and it was yesterday and a little bit last week, is the business rates. So now they've extended that, so everybody has got the 12-month holiday for business rates. But now, if you are
which is first of all a game changer for most of us. Huge. But
yeah. So if you're claiming small business rates relief currently, you will be entitled to apply for a £10,000 grant. You have to do this directly to your local authority. They're going to get the updated the rules on Friday, the 20th of this week, and then thereafter, anybody who's claiming small business rates relief must get in touch with their local authority and claim that £10,000 grant.
And the way they made it sound is just like you'll automatically qualify if you have small business relief.
Yeah, and that's for every business. Now, the next one is the £25,000 grant, and that's for anybody paying business rates whose rateable value is between 15,000 and 51,000. Now, there's still a little confusion around this because it's said the leisure, hospitality, and restaurant industry, but then in another breath, Rooney Sumak, the Chancellor, said it was for all businesses. So I would still contact your local council, and I'd still apply for that £25,000 if you're not claiming the small business rates relief and you have a rateable value between 15,000 and 51,000.
Can you also just make a distinction between a grant and a loan?
Yeah, absolutely. The grants, they will give you that money. You do not need to pay that back. I mean, in this times when
pretty big. That's a pretty significant, that's insane. That's a significant announcement. So just to be clear, that's a grant. That is here's a handout, as opposed to a loan to repay it. So everybody should apply. Everybody should be applying for that. Absolutely. Every single person in the United Kingdom should absolutely be applying for that, whether you're small business relief or whether you're above that. Either you apply for the 10K or the 25K. We just need some clarity on the 25K. My prediction is they have to give it to every business.
Yes.
My prediction. So yeah.
Yep. The next one was obviously the £330 billion that is announced in available loans for companies. You would do this through your bank, or you can, I believe, go directly to the British Business Bank. You get 6 months interest free. Depending on the size of your business, anyone can apply up to 5 million. Obviously, that's not relevant for any of us, I suppose, but it's there, 6 months interest free. Obviously, it's a loan. You have to pay it back. But to get through what could be coming in the next 8 weeks, etc., 6-8 weeks, it would be something that you should seriously look at.
If you need to. I mean, I don't think I don't think most businesses, especially with us businesses, overheads we've got overheads, but not like massive businesses with huge overheads. Even us, compared to like, one of the biggest, our saving graces right now is that we've got no stock.
Yeah.
Like in our industry, we've got no stock, which is like a game changer. Like we don't, it's just us, so we don't have cash. When we talk about cash flow issues, it's only really staffing. It's only really rental and rates. Yeah. We've already had massive rates relief. I almost guarantee almost every landlord on the country is going to be up for a discussion anyway. And then if you look at from a staffing perspective, even the grant will help you tremendously. Most people there, and you should absolutely apply for the grant. And then the loan, like most people won't need it, but I think what's relevant about the loan is if you're looking at some type of expansion, which is interesting, right? So now's the time not to go into a cocoon. Like, see, like this is where true wealth and abundance is often made in times like this, is because of the opportunities that come at the back of this. So if you're looking at an expansion opportunity, i.e. purchasing a practice or purchasing equipment or purchasing stuff, you're going to be able to get access to funding cheaper and more easily. I mean, just 6 months, no interest. I mean, it's insane. And you should absolutely leverage that if you can.
And because it's a government-backed scheme, 80% of the loans are guaranteed by the government, so the bank's lending criteria will be a lot less stringent than normal. So they will be, pretty much handing them out. Next point is if your corporation tax payments are due or your monthly PAYE, you can request the time to pay service from HMRC. They're going to be a lot more amenable with this. That's what they're being said. So you can, obviously, if you're having cash flow issues at all, then you can put some of those payments off to later in the year. And then the final point, the business interruption insurance. Now, there's been lots of talk about this. And the insurance industries, as an insurance industry were trying to wriggle out when they were saying that people couldn't come to the practice because of the virus, that it wasn't covered. But the government yesterday said they'd spoken to the insurance industry and have confirmed with them that that will be covered. I'm sure there'll still be many loopholes and many hurdles to go over.
That's definitely not a given. If you ever worked with insurance companies before, there's still a fight. But anyway, I think now that they've addressed it, it's going to be a little bit harder for Gurmeet is very applicable for you. Charlotte, very applicable for you. I think now that they've announced that it's going to be, eventually, I think that there's just going to be too much pressure on them to not pay out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's basically just a roundup for you guys. It's just interesting to know for a lot of you, for many of you on this call, it's sometimes some of these things are irrelevant, and I have made a mistake before by being a little bit, if you will, because I'm so in control of my own economy, because I'm so in charge of my own marketing, because we run fantastic, profitable businesses. I don't need any of these things. That doesn't mean you shouldn't absolutely be leveraging it. So the grant, I mean, that's a handout. Everyone should be doing that. Even just to pay staff and things like that in the future, or taxes or whatever it is in the future, that could really, really help. But also, if you wanted to look the opportunity here, as our good friend Napoleon Hill says in Think and Grow Rich, every adversity bears with it a seed of equal and opposite opportunity. So there is, if you were looking for growth, especially if you're looking for funding right now, you could probably never ever look for a better time to ask for money.
Absolutely.
Because don't forget, whether it's private equity or banks, a lot of them they've got shareholders, so they've got a fiduciary responsibility to invest, and their criteria is gonna be a lot more lenient in time. So whether it's banks or whatever. So listen, I hope that was helpful, guys. Just a quick summary. Sick pay. We spoke about sick pay and the help and the help you're going to be getting there from the government. We spoke about business rates. Year off for everyone. Game changer. Insane. It's about 40% of your rent, rateable rent, if you will. Next, 10K grant for all businesses, especially those on small business relief, and 25K grants that you don't have to pay those back. That is for businesses between 15 and 51,000 rateable rent. And then that's date and do it. Then 6-month interest-free loans are going to be, given out for the banks. 80% backed by the government, and there's going to be a period of up to 6 months where it's interest-free, which is pretty cool. And then HMRC is going to step up and make it a bit more lenient to have the time to pay scheme for taxes if anyone needs it. And then your business interruption insurance the insurance companies are getting more and more pressure. So my prediction is going to have to pay that in some way, shape, or form. I hope it was helpful. We'll keep on giving you updates. So far, our numbers are really good still. We still got future appointments booked. We've obviously had a few cancellations, but massively, we've done a great job with making phone calls and making sure people get rebooked. So everyone's just going to keep on keep the momentum going, and also make sure that you've got, we're going to start teaching you the campaigns tonight. I'm going to be running through the steps of our campaigns and what we're doing from a marketing perspective. I just want to keep you guys updated. This is the opportunity to sharpen the saw, stay close to the community, make sure you ask for help. Hope that's helpful, guys. One more thing, I'm also engaging with our independent HR company to also do a call with all my Inner Circle members. So we're going to jump on a call with them, and we're going to do a webinar, and you guys can ask all your questions, and I will pay the bill so that you guys can at least get access to independent HR and ask all those questions you need right now, which is pretty cool. So I'll see you guys soon. Any questions you have, make sure you type it in the thread and we'll try to respond to it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.